Alright guys, Bojo here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, getting ready to start our Year 4 playoff run in round number 1 versus the Philadelphia Flyers, a team that I should know very well. So we finished off the year 49, 30, and 3. Not a lot of overtime losses this year, a lot of regulation losses and wins. But still, we are 8 and 2 going into the playoffs, so we've actually won our last, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7. I don't even know. Won a lot of games. So we've won our last 8 of 2. Well, we've won 8 of 2 coming into the last 10 games here coming into the playoffs. So we're looking pretty good. So without further ado, let's get started here. Let's do our usual things. We're going to go to rules. We're going to take the injuries and we're going to throw them back on. Rotate goalies is off. I think Bobrovsky is starting anyway, so that's good. So we'll do that. We'll do our staff upgrades as well. I'm gonna upgrade as what I can. If I can upgrade the medical staff, that'd be sick. But let's see what we can upgrade here. 760. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade medical. Yeah, I'd rather upgrade medical than amateur scout. In all personal opinion, I'd rather do that. So I think we're gonna keep our lines the exact same way they were. That we have them with Marlowe, Hodgson, and Kane, Johansson, Sedin, Christo, Kuznetsov, Terrell, Atkinson, and Nisimov, Dubinsky, and Carroll. And the defense, we're just going to leave it the same. Bobrovsky will be starting as usual. So we're going to leave all that good stuff the same. Not going to do any changes whatsoever. This is the team we ran with all year, so we might as well do so. So without further ado, let's look at Philadelphia, and let's see what these guys have been doing in 4 years, if they've done anything different. And let's see what we got. So, first line for Philadelphia, Scotty Hartnell, Claude Giroux, and Jakub Voracek. So, obviously, this is the old roster update where Hartnell is still on the club. But he is 83 overall power forward now. Giroux's gotten to a 90, and Voracek still 88 sniper. So, those two, definitely got to worry about those two. Hartnell, not really. He can't score a clutch goal anyway, so we don't have to worry about him. Second line, looks like they got Peter Straka, Braden Shen, and Wayne Simmons. So they got Schenner and Simmer right there on the second line, so that's pretty good. And they got this. I know Straka is a pretty decent prospect. He's I don't know what his potential is in this game. He might be one of those 3-star prospects or something like that that usually gets better, but an 80 playmaker on their second line, not really too scary to think about. Obviously, 4 years in, Vinny has retired by this point. So third line looks like they got Matt Reed, Sean Couturier, and Steve Downey. So Coots is good down there on the third line. Matt Reed's a decent sniper. Downey, guy will take a penalty for God's sakes. Nothing really too special about their third line other than Coots. And then fourth line, Ronaldo, Lawton, and Adam Hall. So Adam Hall is he's 67 grinder in this game. Jeez, he's really fallen off. Ronaldo, obviously, down there, the fighter. And then Lawton is looking pretty good down there, 82 overall. So Flyers are deep in centers. Their first line, other than that, nothing really we have to worry about there. Second line, so all we have to do is really worry about Giroux, Voracek, Shen, Simmer, Couturier, and then maybe Lawton on the fourth. But other than that, they don't have anything really studly other than Giroux and Voracek. So I know my team. This is it's an average, below average Philadelphia Flyers team, especially with Straka up there on their second line. Defense, on the other hand, let's see what they got here. So Andrew McDonald and Luke Shen, 84 and 86. Okay, that's not bad. 84 and 86 aren't terrible. Luke Shen obviously progresses pretty well in this game, and McDonald's not bad, 84, but it's not top 6. Second pair, Johnny Oduya and Roman Polak. Dear God, man, they still haven't fixed this. Oduya 81, Polak 80, and then Hayden Fleury and LaMarche. Jesus, 66 and a 70. Man. Make me GM of the Flyers, for God's sakes. Even the computer can't fix the shitty defense of the Philadelphia Flyers. God damn, that's terrible. That's a very bad defense that they got there. So they have a pretty good, other than Giroux and Voracek, their offense is mediocre. Their defense sucks other than their top two, really. And goaltending should be, they have Ray Emery starting, but Steve Mason will obviously be in that. So they got a decent goaltender there. So we got the better goaltending, we got the better offense, we got the better defense. We should have no problem being this team. They do have the better studs in Giroux and Voracek, but we have guys like Kane, freaking Marlowe, and Sedin on our team. We should not have any problem being this team whatsoever. Their defense sucks. This is what their defense has not come clutch in the playoffs, so we should have no problem beating this team. So here we go. Have home ice advantage against the Flyers. So here we go. Game 1 against Philadelphia. Round 1. Got home ice advantage. There should be no problem beating this team. So here we go. First period. Okay. Scott Lawton starts off the scoring. Fourth line center. So 15-6 on shots. We're beating them in shots. So come on, boys. Get a goal past here. Come on. Second period. 1-0 still. Jesus. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, game. Come on, keep plowing shots on Stonewall back there. Steve Mason can't save all of them. Power play, up. There you go, Sedin. There you go. Get one past Stevie May. Up, power play for Philly. Good penalty kill. All right, come on. 5 minutes to go. 30. Oh, my God. Look at all the shots. Oh, my goodness gracious. Andrew McDonald gets one with 35 seconds left. Come on, boys. Don't do this to me. Don't make me lose to the goddamn Flyers in this shitty team. So Lawton from Oduya, Dean from Johansson and Christo, and then McDonald from Giroux and Voracek. Jesus. Well, if anybody's going to assist on that play, it would be Giroux and Voracek. Okay, I did not want to start off a game like that, only getting one goal past this shitty defense. Come on. When they have Hayden Fleury and Lamarck out there, come on. That's a 60-something and a 70 defenseman back there, and plus Pollock and Oduya. Good Lord. Come on. Come on, boys. Group together here. You can't lose. Cannot lose against a shitty defense like this. Come on. First period of game number 2. 0-0. All right. Steve Mason's playing on his head, apparently. Second period. 1-0. Claude Giroux shorthanded. This game's hilarious, isn't it? 20 shots apiece. 5-on-3 power play. There you go, Christo. Get one in there. 1-1. Tied it back up. Power play for Philly. Good penalty kill. All right. Come on. Guys, come on here. Don't only get one goal against here. Don't let up anything like it 37 seconds again. Thank you. Push it to OT. Come on. Power play in overtime. Ugh, come on. Somebody score here. Up, power play. Good penalty kill. Come on. Somebody score here, please. Going to a second overtime. Jesus Christmas. Second overtime here. Ah, thank God. Danny Christo does it again. Danny Christo puts the team on his back. It's another goal here. 2 goals for Christo in this one, and we win that game 2-1. So Giroux gets one from Lawton and Shen. Lawton has 2 points. Christo from Hodgson and Kane, and then Christo from Ryan Johansson. So Danny Christo puts the team on his back there in game number 2. And both games have been surprisingly defensively minded. 2-1 in game number 1, 2-1 in game number 2. Both games being settled pretty much late. So we got tied up the series at 1 apiece going back to the Wells Fargo Center. And McCallan's been injured. Just replaced the player. All right, so Bobrovsky against Mason here. Former Columbus Blue Jackets all around, the former Flyers all around in this series here. So here we go. Game number 3 in the Wells Fargo Center. Here we go. Come on, offense. You guys got to come together. If you guys aren't scoring any more goals here, thank you. First shot, power play goal for Cody Hodgson. Thank you. I was going to say I would consider moving Hodgson back down to the second, but that's a good goal there. So first period, 4-1. Thank you very much, offense, for coming alive here. Cody Hodgson started off with a power play. Patty Marleau got a goal. Shen made it 2-1. Jack Johnson on another power play, 3-1, and then the fourth liner, Brandon Dubinsky gets one there. So we got a 4-1 lead over Philadelphia in the first period. Nicely done, boys. Keep it up. Keep putting the pressure on. Second period. Oh, Jesus. Don't do this to me. Scott Lawton has been playing like an absolute monster this series so far. 3 points and 3 goals, I think, in 3 games for Lawton so far. Or 3 points in 3 games at least. And then Simmer gets one to make it 4-3. So Philadelphia, the Fighting Flyers, are not down yet. 4-3 lead for us. Up there you go. Kuznetsov gets one all the way from the blue line. 5-3 lead. Come on, boys. Up, and there's another one. Danny Christo, thank you very much. 6-3 lead. Nicely done. It's hard rooting against my Flyers, but you know what? Jesus. Braden Shen gets one. 6-4. Don't do this to me. Straka gets one. Don't do this to me. Jesus Christ, Bob. Good Lord. I know it's your old building, but you don't have to scare the living daylights out of me. Good Lord. Almost a minute apart. Shen and Straka get one, but we do hang on for a 6-5 win. So Christo's goal actually ended up being the freaking game winner, for God's sakes. 6-5 win. That game was full of offense. That looked like a Pittsburgh-Philadelphia game there. Good Lord. So Hodgson from Kamen and Johnson. Marleau from Carroll and Hodgson. Johnson from Kane and Sedin. Dubes from Carroll and Erickson. Kuznetsov from Kane and Hodgson. Christo from Sedin. And Straka had a lot of points that game. Holy shit. Let me look at the point totals for that game. Let's see. So that was the Flyers. Peter Straka had 4 points. And away stats. Let's see here. Kane had 3. Hodgson had 3, Sedin 2, Johnson 2, Carroll had 2, so not bad there. Braden Shen had 3 points. All Philadelphia Flyers got the 3 stars of the game, but they still lost 6-5. That game was offensively minded. After first 2 games were defensively minded, yeah, that game kind of just blew the hell right open. All right, but still, calm it down, boys. Calm it down. Calm it down. You got a 2-1 series lead over these guys. That game was just a shit mess. So don't worry about that game. Group back together here. Nice defensively minded here. Don't give up so many goals. You had a nice big lead and you let it flounder. So get a lead and hold it this time. So here we go. First period, 1-0 again. Adam Hall. For God's sakes, you're going 67 overall. I hate this game sometimes. 16-14 on shots. So here we go. Second period, 2-1. There you go. Coming back. Danny freaking Cristo. Let's go. Give this guy the 30-goal scorer on our team's coming alive in the playoffs. And then Patrick Marleau gets a nice goal there to make it 2-1. So 26-21 on shots. 2-1 lead for Columbus going into the third here. Hold it down, boys. Come on. Power play. There you go. Patrick Kane. Weird angle. Power play goal for Patty Kane. 3-1 lead. And Danny Cristo lighting it up here in this series right now. He's got like five goals, I think, so far in this series so far, and that's what I'm talking about. 2 third-period goals, power play goal for Kane, and another one for Cristo. 4-1 win for the Columbus Blue Jackets for 37 shots on the net, and we take a 3-1 series lead over Philadelphia. Nicely done. So Adam Hall for McDowell and Lawton. God damn, maybe I should trade for Scott Lawton. He's putting on a show down there. So Danny Cristo gets Kane and Hodgson. Marleau from Kane and DeKaiser, Kane from Hodgson and Honka, and then Danny Cristo from Sedin and Johansson. So Danny Cristo has 5 goals so far in 4 games. So nicely done there from Danny Cristo. And Kane had 3 points, Cristo 2 goals, Hodgson 2 assists. So not bad. Nice game there, very defensively. We only let up that first period goal to Adam Hall. And we're going back home, and there's our first injury. Artem Anisimov has been injured with a mild concussion. His estimated return is May 1st, so he will be back. So let's edit here. Who should we call up now? You know what? Since I got a little bit worried there because it said Anisimov, and he's not our center anymore. So you know what? We do have Trop still up here. Trop can easily go in there. So now we have a much grittier fourth line. A little bit worried about taking penalty-wise. Trop has been out this pretty much all year, but Trop can come in and play. We are going to lose a penalty killer, though, I think. Yeah, we lost a penalty killer. So Terrell, Carroll, Dubinsky, and who's my next best defensive awareness? Murray, Honka, Austin Carroll. He's already up on there. Terrell, he's already up there. Danny Cristo is my next best defensive awareness player. Tim Erickson. I'm going to put Hodgson down there just because I'd rather have Hodgson play with Dubinsky rather than what's his face, rather than Danny Cristo because he's a sniper. I'd rather have a playmaker play down there. So I think that's it. 3-minute penalty kill. I don't think he was on 4-on-4 lines. And nope, we're good. So we're just going to put Corey Trop down there on 5-on-5. We're going to put Cody Hodgson down there on the penalty kill. So there we go. We still got a 3-1 series lead. That was a very good defensive game. Just see if we can close it out here at home. Game number 5 at home. Let's close this series out before we deal with any more injuries. So here we go. First period, 1-0. There we go. Power play goal for Patty Kane. 13-6 on shots. Very nicely done, boys. Second period, 4-1. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Simmer ties it up, but then Dana Terrell takes control of this game, getting 2 goals for him, and then Kuznetsov. So the third line picked it up down there. Dana Terrell and getting Kuznetsov. Nicely done. Got a 4-1 lead, 29 shots on that. Got a 3-goal lead. Bob should have no problem holding this. I know we blew it last time, but I think we should have no problem here. Power play, yep, that'll seal the deal. Power play goal for Patty Kane. That'll seal the deal. 5-1 lead for the for the Blue Jackets, and that'll seal the deal. 5-1 win for Columbus over Philadelphia in game number 5. And we take care of Philadelphia in 5 games. So, sorry, Flyers fans. Sorry, guys. I know. Whatever. 4 years down the line, we're going to meet Columbus, and we're going to lose in 5 games. But definitely took control of this game, no doubt. So, Patrick Kane from Hodgson and Julius Honka. Dana Terrell from Honka and Kuznetsov. Terrell from Atkinson. Kuznetsov from Atkinson and Terrell. And then Patrick Kane from Julius Honka. So, it looks like Patty Kane had 2 goals. Honka had 2 assists. Dana Terrell had 3 points. So, nice game there for Actually, Honka had 3 assists as well. So Honka had 3 assists. Darrell had 3 points. Not bad. Not a bad game there from Columbus. And just like that, that series was over and done with as easily as I thought. So Philadelphia scared us in game number 1, but we came back and just swept the series as it was. Nice defensive game there in game number 2. Third game was pretty much a shit show in the Wells Fargo Center. Then we came back. Nice defensive showings from Bob, only letting up 1 goal apiece. And just like that, out of there in 5 games. And Corey Trostman injured with an injured back. So I'm just going to go roster moves. I'm going to put a player in because I don't want it to go best lines. I'm going to put... We have a lot of depth forwards now. Tambellini and Skilly. You know, I'll put Skilly up there for right now because I don't want it screwing with my best lines. So I'm going to put Skilly down there just because I don't want it messing with the line. So Trop gets injured because I know... Oh, excuse me. I know Anisimov will be back in time, so I don't have to worry about that unless their series, the next series ends early, which I don't think it will, because I think Anisimov will be back in 2 days. Yeah, multiple players are be able to be dressed, so I'll just edit lines manually and go back. I'll worry about it when the next series starts. Just make sure we get everybody up and healed as much as they can. See, Trop will be back in 2 days, so Trop's good to go. Yep, everybody's good to go, so I'll edit my lines before this next series starts. And we're going to have the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 1. So it looks like our Springfield dealt with Albany in 5 games as well. And we're going to have the Carolina Hurricanes, who are the top seed in the Metro this year, going up against us in round number 2. So interesting matchup here. All right, so let me edit my lines back to what I want it to be. All right, so let's go to roster moves here. And let's move Skilly back down. And I think that's all I needed to do. Yeah, Skilly goes back down. And Artem, you can get back in. And do I want to put Artem Anisimov back on the penalty kill is the one question there. Because Hodgson did do a pretty good job there on the penalty kill. You know what? I'll leave him in. We had 2 really good games when we switched him in. So, you know, I'll leave Cody Hodgson down there on the penalty kill. I do want to change up Springfield again, though, because I think McCowan got scratched. So, who'd they put in? They put Dalton Prout in. I want to scratch Prout and put McCowan back in. And then offense, I want to play Glaubuff. No, you shouldn't be in there. Dear God, no. Glaubuff gets scratched, and then Jack Skilly, wherever he's at, plays there. Okay, just got to make sure everything is good here. So DeHaan, Schuster, Ellis, and McCowan. Let me just see if everything's fine there. Yep, everything's fine there. McCowan. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. McCowan. That looks good. 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 Okay, so all our lines are back to normal, and we're good to go. So we'll check out the player stats for that last series here, which was a fairly quick series, but still 5 games. Looks like I think Danny Cristo had a really freaking good series. He had a lot of goals in that series, so I think we had a pretty nice outing of point total. So Patrick Kane actually had one hell of a series too. 9 points in 5 games for Patrick Kane. One hell of a series, 3 goals, 6 assists for him. Cody Hodgson had 7 points in 5 games, so not nice series for him as well. Danny Cristo had 6 points, but 5 goals in 5 games for him, so very good job for Cristo there. Henrik Sedin only 4 points, but still not bad. Terrell had 3. He had 3 points in game number 5. Kuznetsov had 3. Johansson was kind of silent that series. Only 3 points for him. Atkinson, only 2 assists. Patrick Marleau had 2 points. Carroll had 2 points as well. Dubinsky had 1, and Trop and Anisimov. So everybody on the team had at least 1 point, so not bad. And the plus minuses are Kane, Hodgson, and Marleau. So my first line's minus. I don't know how it works out sometimes with this game. It's weird. But Patrick Kane, 9 points in 5 games. Not bad. Point totals, Julius Honka, 4 points in 5 games for him. Not bad. Julius Honka... Jack Johnson 2 points. DeKaiser and Erickson both 1. Murray and Savard both nothing. And Johnson's the only minus player in the goaltending. Bob had that one shaky game, but other than that, he pretty much shut it down. 1.86 goals against average, 4-1 for him with a save percentage 93.4. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good after that first series against Philadelphia. So look at the playoff tree here. See how everything's shaked up in the first round. So Toronto beat Montreal in 7. Detroit beat Tampa Bay in 7. Carolina swept the Rangers, and we beat Philly in 5. And in the West, Colorado beat Calgary in 7. Phoenix swept LA. Nashville beat Minnesota in 5. And Winnipeg beat Dallas in 5. So here are the Elite 8. In the West, we got the Phoenix Coyotes up against the Colorado Avalanche, and the Nashville Predators going up against the Winnipeg Jets. And in the East, the second-seeded Detroit Red Wings. Wow, Detroit actually made the playoffs. I completely just saw that. Detroit made the playoffs. Wow. All right, so the Detroit Red Wings up against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Carolina Hurricanes up against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I just found that weird. Detroit was looking to sell like Datsuk and Zetterberg at the deadline. They didn't do so, and they ended up making the playoffs as the second seed in their division. Wow, that's weird. So, but in any event, we don't have to worry about Detroit and Toronto. We gotta worry about the first seeded Carolina Hurricanes coming up in round number 2. So that's coming up next, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always. Round 2 up against Carolina coming up next.